The tempo of the earth is turning deep. Everything that fell away to par is waking from a long and quiet sleep. The horizon is a chord that never ends, merging with the bottom of the swell. Every broken eagle finally bends underneath the casting of the spell. Sinking through the density of sound, floating in a steady midday dream, rooted to the resonance of ground. The pressure of the kick is warm and low, measuring the cooling of the sand, watching how the liquid color flow through the open fingers of the hand. Amber floods the hollows of the heart. The tempo of the earth is turning deep. Everything that fell away too far is waking from a long and quiet sleep. The horizon is a void that never ends, merging with the bottom of the swell. Every broken eagle finally bends underneath the casting of the spell. The orbit turns in silence through the dark. The steady pulsing nights a tiny spark. Beyond the edge where heavy waters flow, we find the wake within the undertow. The clock is ticking at a measured pace, across the vastness of this hollow space. No friction holds the motion of the soul. We let the tide take absolute control. The pressure builds beneath the velvet skin. The outer reaches, let the light come in. A hollow resonance begins to rise, reflecting patterns in the frozen eyes. Floating on a wave of cold design, tracing every curve and every line. Gravity is just a memory, lost inside this deep infinity. Moving to the beat of distant stars, healing all the old and jagged scars. In the pool of something soft and white, surrender into what we feel inside. The metal hums a song of pure intent, a lifetime in a single moment spent. The bass is shivering against the floor. We open up a long forgotten door. There is no oxygen, but we can breathe above the layers where the currents breathe. A digital vibration in the bone, a kingdom made of energy alone. The pressure built beneath the velvet skin. The outer reaches, let the light come in. A hollow resonance begins to rise, reflecting patterns in the frozen night. Floating on a wave of cold design, tracing every curve and every line. Gravity is just a memory, lost inside this deep infinity. Moving to the beat of distant stars, healing all the old and jagged scars. In the pool of something soft and white, surrender into what we feel inside. Floating on a wave of cold design.
Ice cube spinning in a crystal glass, a velvet shadow on the hardwood floor. The evening settles like a heaviness, while gold reflections dance behind the door. We find the pocket where the silence breathes, a sudden motion in the stagnant air. The city pulses underneath our sleeves, a temporary cure for every care. The brass is speaking in a smoky tone. It curves around the corners of the room, a secret narrative that stays unsung amidst the heavy scent of night and gloom. The static kick keeps pulling at the tide, a syncopated heartbeat in the dark. There is no reason left for us to hide when every motion leaves a burning spark. Liquid motion in the amber glow. We are shifting with the changing light. Let the undercurrent take us slow through the hollow spaces of the night. Gravity is just a fragile thread woven in the balance of the beat. Every word that we have left unsaid found a sanctuary in the heat. The meadow mourns along the melody before it brightens to a sharper hue. A temporary sort of liberty is all we ever needed to pursue. The rhythm just to feel the swell of something restless rising from the bass. We are caught within a polished spell, lost lost inside this designated space. A sudden clarity begins to rise between the layers of the shifting sound. I see the mirrors in your tired eyes, where all the lost intentions can be found. The tempo tightens like a closing fist, then loosens into something soft and white. We are the vapor in the morning mist, nowhere left to go and nowhere to reside. Well, I'm just blurring at the very edge, as figures merge into a single frame. We are standing on a narrow ledge, without a memory or even a name. Just a friction of the polished stone, and the vibration underneath our feet. A symphony we managed to disown, now echoes through the canyon of the screen. The horn is climbing to a higher beat, the groove is settling into the bone, the language that we never dared to speak, 'cause finally found a frequency to own. Liquid, no sun in the amber glow. We are shifting with the changing light. Let the undercurrent take us slow through the hollow spaces of the night. Gravity is just a fragile thread. The gravity has lost its hold again, suspended in a sea of violet haze, floating where the silence starts to bend, beyond your reach of counting out the days. A velvet oscillation in the air, the low frequency hums inside the bone. I find a hidden meaning waiting there, within the frequency I call my own. Drifting through the wide and open dark, the pulse is steady like a distant sun, a steady glow ignited by a spark, before the heavy daylight has begun. Witnessing the motion of the deep, a steady tide is pulling at the shore, a promise that the galaxy will keep, until the shadows don't exist no more. Patterns moving soft across the glass, the metal and the starlight start to blur. I watch the frozen constellations pass, to be exactly where the giants were. The metallic snap of time begins to fade, lost within the rush of one design. Every single debt has been repaid, across the border of the silver line. Drifting through the wide and open dark, the pulse is steady like a distant sun, a steady glow ignited by a spark, before the heavy daylight has begun. Witnessing the motion of the deep, steady tide is pulling at the shore, promise that the galaxy will keep, till the shadows don't exist no more. so steady like a distant sun, a steady glow ignited by a spark before the heavy daylight has begun.
Silicone pulses drifting through the static haze. A steady hum resides within the circuit maze. The logic gates are opening to let it flow. We find a place where binary emotions grow. Metallic whispers carry through the cooling air. A pattern forms beneath the weight we used to bear. The sequences are locking into perfect lines between the numbers where the soul itself refined. Electric currents racing past across the skin, where human endings let the artificial in. The low vibration stabilizes every thought, a calm surrender to the lessons never taught. The atmosphere is heavy with a distant glow, as signals travel where the shadows used to go. No sudden movements break the surface of the sound. Within this frequency, the missing piece is found. System cycle repeating the grace, floating away in the digitized space. Data is streaming like rain on the glass, watching the centuries silently pass. Hold the connection and follow the light, burning so cool in the center of night. Everything shifts in a seamless design, merging the future along the divide. Initialize the sequence once again. Erasure of the struggle and the gain. A velvet wake is washing over mine, leaving the gravity of Earth behind. The code is breathing in a rhythmic pace, an endless mirror of a hidden face, seamlessly moving through the vast unknown. A phantom garden that the stars have sown, submerged in layers of a synthetic dream. The world is softer than it ever used to seem. The beat is measuring the ticking of the clock until the secrets of the universe unlock. No sharp edges cut against the flowing stream. We are the ghosts within the universal scheme, transmitting signals to a shore we cannot see, in the precision of a vast machinery. System cycle repeating the grace, floating away in a digitized space. Data streaming like rain on the glass, watching the centuries the sun to fall away. Low frequency hits the hollow chest, looking for a place to lose the rest. Shadows stretch across the concrete floor. I am not the person I was before. Speakers breathe a heavy kind of blue, filtering the smoke until it is new. No one speaks but the air is thick, caught in the motion of a clockwork tick. Found a sanctuary in Maloan's well, deep in the pocket where the secrets dwell. Subterranean movements under my feet, the pulse is the only heart I meet. Moving through the heavy air, found a solace waiting there. Underneath the weight of the sound, where the lost and the found are bound. Deep within the steady sway, 40 blocks of midnight in a single room. Dispel and then silence and the gloom. It is not about the words we say, but how we let the static fade away. Gravity is leaning on the groove tonight, turning off the glare of the morning light. Steady as a pendulum swings in time, everything is starting to align. The baseline crawls like a slow trade line across the border of your mind and mine. Chill to the bone, but the center is warm. This is the calm inside the storm. Vibration circling the empty space, leaving not a single hollow trace. We are drifting on a liquid floor, asking for nothing and a little more. Moving through the heavy air, found a solace waiting there. Underneath the weight of the sound, where the lost and the found are bound. Deep within the steady sway. Moving through the heavy air, found a solace waiting there. Underneath the weight of the sound, where the lost and the found are bound. Deep within the steady sway.
Tarde dorada, toalla en la arena, tu risa salada baila en mi cabeza. Olas pequeñas te mojan los pies, se cae la tarde y yo me caigo también. Marea lenta, sube y se queda, tu cuerpo cerca, mi calma entera. Marea lenta, todo se aquieta, se para el tiempo si tú me besas. Sol en tus hombros, cruzan gaviotas, tu mano dibuja rutas en mi boca. No dices nada y entiendo de más. Se duerme el mundo, despierto en tu mar. Marea lenta.
steady pulse begins to recalibrate beyond the edge where ancient shadows lie. The velvet void is stretching out its tide. No breath is left within the thinning air. The cold vibrations find us everywhere. The distance calls and waves of violet light to pull the morning through the endless night. These hollow tones began to boom and fade. Within the grip, the silent hands are laid. A rolling undercurrent starts to bend, where every lonely sequence finds a vent. The heavy grounding of the lower strings is catching fire on iridescent wings. We drift toward the center of the globe, where liquid constellations learn to flow. Into the deep expanse we disappear, beyond the reach of every human fear. The orbit widens in a slow descent, through every spiral that the stars have lent. The fabric ripples in a tidal swell, more vast than any story left to tell. We are the motion in a dark machine, the ghost that haunts the spaces in between. Into the deep expanse we disappear, beyond the reach of every human fear. The orbit widens in a slow descent, through every spiral that the stars have lent. The fabric ripples in a tidal swell, more vast than any story left to tell. We are the motion in the dark machine, the ghost that haunts the spaces in between. The chords are climbing up a jagged stair, to leave the heavy burdens there we bear. A shifting spectrum in the quiet heart, unlocking doors we never saw before. The resonance is expanding through the bone, a language that the universe has known, no longer anchored to the dusty ground. We are the substance of the waking sound. This cycle turns until the path is clear. The humming of the firmament is near. The driving force within the calming state, navigate the pressure and the weight. The texture thickens like a rising sea, in search of everything we used to be, until the final mold begins to climb across the frozen fractures of our time. Into the deep expanse we disappear, beyond the reach of every human fear. The orbit widens in a slow descent, through every spiral that the stars have lent. The fabric ripples in a tidal swirl, more fast than any story left to tell. We are the motion in a dark machine, the ghost that haunts the spaces in between.
pavement. Ties on the low frequency through the heat. The dashboard glow paint shadows on your face as we drift beyond the city grid. Ivory keys ripple like water in a glass. The pulse is thick and steady under the floor. No need for directions or a final stop, just a magnetic pull of the midnight air. Every single solid turns to fluid motion. The stars are heavy and hanging low. We are caught in a velvet suspension, watching the hours lose their grip. Ride the swell of the mahogany chords. Let the low and anchor your heavy heart. The breeze tastes like salt and distant static, falling upward into the purple dark. Total surrender to the groove of the tide, moving through the haze where the dream resides. The engine reads in sync with the wall. Cool breeze cutting through the humid wave. One hand resting on the cooling wheel, the other reaching for the infinite blue. Everything solid turns to fluid motion. The stars are heavy and hanging low. We are caught in a velvet suspension, watching the hours lose their grip. Ride the swirl of the mahogany chords. Let the low and anchor your heavy heart. The breeze tastes like salt and distant static, falling upward into purple dark. Total surrender to the groove of the tide, moving through the haze where the dream resides. Ride the swell of the mahogany chords. Let the low and anchor your heavy heart. The breeze tastes like salt and distant static, falling upward into the purple dark. Total surrender to the groove of the tide, moving through the haze where the dream resides.
asphalt swallows are remaining light. The velvet tunnel carved by silver beams. The dashboard glow flickers against your cheek. Steady hands tracing the curve of the highway. No destination etched in a digital map. Only the pole of the shifting horizon. The heavy air taste of salt and electricity, moving through the static of a dying day. Low pulse ripple through the leather seats. The floorboards hum with a hidden gravity. Liquid chords built from the hidden speakers. Softened edges blur in the street lamp blare. We are ghosts navigating a concrete thing, passing the skeletal shapes of the skyline. The city is a memory receding in the mirror, just a collection of sparks in a dark jar. Into the hollow where the shadows breathe, falling upward into the indigo white. Gravity yields to the motion of the wheels. The engine breathes a deep metallic sigh. We drift within the weight of the silence, caught in the friction of the velvet hour. Nothing remains but the distance we bridge, lost in the tide of the cooling concrete. The clock is a fiction on the glowing screen. Time is measured in the length of the lines. White streaks bleeding into a singular thread, pulling us toward the edge of the map. No words required in the heavy stillness. The frequency does the talking for us now. A rhythmic heartbeat in a world of glass, turning the stillness into a fluid dream. Factories loom like giants in the mist, their red eyes blinking at the passing haze. The atmosphere thickens with a violet tint, wrap in a cabin in a soft embrace. Your profile is a silhouette against the void, a portrait painted in low resolution blue. We are the only pulse left in the heartache, circulating through the vids of the night. The sonic's meant to fill the empty space, resonating deep within the marrow of your eye. A steady current flowing be the steering, guiding us away from the waking world. The horizon is a promise of permanent shape, where the sky meets the earth in the dark fold. We keep our pace with the ghosts of the road, guided by the hum of the subterranean drive. A friction softens as the speed takes hold. Every light becomes a streak of liquid flame. The world is a blur of cooling stone, waiting for the stars to lose their grip. Into the hollow where the shadows breathe, falling upward into the indigo white. Gravity yields to the motion of the wheels. The engine breathes a deep metallic sigh. We drift within the weight of the silence, caught in the friction of the velvet hour. Nothing remains but the distance we bridge, lost in the tide of the cooling concrete. same inside these